Oh, there we go. Okay. What? What the?
Am I looking for snow? Don't ask me what I told you, 'cause I don't wanna know. There it is. There it is. Alright, there we go. That was weird. That was weird. Don't ask me. Hey, Minty, how's it going? How the heck are ya? Let me get rid of this real quick. No. No, we don't need that on. Oh, you know what else we don't need? You know what else we don't need? We don't need, because I know it's going to show up. Oh, no, not that. Nightbot. I need to go to my Nightbot because I don't need. Whatever the heck it is. What's it called? I don't need this. Where is it at? Timers. This. I don't need that on. There we go. Well, hello, Windblight. How are you doing? How the heck are you? Yeah, because I don't want the rules, because I'm not doing a run. I'm just hanging out. So don't mess with my stuff. Don't mess with my stuff there. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Welcome in. I hope you have a great. I hope you're having a great day, and everywhere, and everything else is going well. Sorry, give me a second. I want to make sure that nothing random comes up. Da 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 da. Jeezums. You don't happen to live alone, do you? That sounded creepy. I didn't mean to. I didn't. I didn't mean it like that. Oh, jeez. Um. God, that sucks though. That is not good. I live with. Okay, well, I mean that's kind of good. I mean, like, well, anyways. What am I trying to do? Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, stop trying to connect. Let me connect you. How about that? How about you let me do that part? Oh, you're actually gonna work? Wow. It's actually gonna work? That's surprising. Um, right now I'm trying to reconnect. I'm trying to connect all my stuff. That way all the chats can all be seen in the same place. Um, let me see if I can refresh this so that it's. Oh, I guess not. Okay, well. Um, but dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. That is yeah, I live with my brother and his girlfriend. Um so I yeah, yeah, that sucks. Um yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of hanging out, chatting a little bit, and then practicing the Switch 2 speed run, just casually kind of, but sort of trying to get down some of the minor bits of it that I kind of struggle with. That's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm not doing a whole lot else. Mostly just trying to have a nice, you know, somewhat relaxing space for the weekend. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, Minty. That sucks. Um, because I get that. I used to work. I used to do construction work actually. Um, and that's how it was all the time. Except I was the only one working all the time. Um, so I would go to work really hard, come home, my whole body would hurt, and then I'd get paid and all the money disappeared. And I hated that. That was an awful life to live. So, oh, don't you start freaking out. Nice. That's really cool. Yeah, I did concrete and masonry, and that hurt. That was exhausting. I also did plumbing for a little bit, like sewer plumbing kind of work. Um, I met a handful of HVAC guys actually when I did construction work. Some of them were pretty cool. A good handful of them were interesting to say the absolute least, but um, you know, they were all right, I guess. But yeah, it sucked coming home, after working for however long and then all your paycheck disappears. And then I was married at the time and I had 2 kids. I still have 2 kids. I'm just no longer married. But I would go to I'd be totally broke, have no more money, and she didn't work. And she didn't believe in I don't know what it was, but like at the time, I don't know if it was like she didn't believe in having a job or having the kids in school or what it was, but she was like, I don't want the kids in public school, and I don't want to put them in a daycare. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. So let's just struggle with bills forever. That's cool. She was like, well, you should be a man and have a job that covers all the money. And I was like, do you realize that we live in the 21st century and neither one of us are in a position? Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, it was not good. She was, yeah, it was, yeah, very not good. So, excuse me. I think I'm finally getting to a point where I'm through a lot of the mucus from being sick. So, a lot of it left over is just like blowing it out, and then it's like I keep coughing up stuff, so I apologize. I'm like, that's why like this weekend, today and tomorrow, these streams are super like not important things. So if you miss anything, you're not missing anything important. But I just, want to stream, want to hang out. Um, but complete transparency, I feel like crap. But I am starting to feel better. So I'm hoping that it stays that way. So. Hey, you'll finally be the legal drinking age. That's exciting. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. Some people get excited about that stuff. I don't really care. But no, actually, my coworker and I have been making jokes about that, especially about like the being sick thing. He was like, him and I have been like, you know, he goes, a couple months ago before I started this job, I used to do drugs all the time, and I was like, whoa, okay, that's a way to start the conversation. And he goes, I never got sick, and this year I just keep getting sick all the time. And so you saying that is actually kind of funny to me. I wish I could just not have a job and smoke crack all day. But no, seriously, like, what's crazy? One of the other things he told me, he goes, on top of starting the conversation with, I used to do drugs all the time and I never got sick. And then No, weeping. You're in at the perfect time. But he goes, aside from, doing drugs all the time and never getting sick, he goes, I never struggled to make money when I did drugs. And I was like, okay, so why didn't you just go back and do that? And he goes, because it's not good for my body. I don't like doing it anymore. And I was like, okay. And he goes, but I never struggled to make money because, people who do drugs find a way to make money. If they want to get high, they'll find a way to get high. And then that's how he left the conversation. And I was like, that's okay. All right. So are we going to make some breakfast or what? I was like, dude, holy crap. Oh my gosh. He's a funny guy. He's very interesting. He's also like, I think in his like mid 40s or something. And he struggles to listen. I don't think he struggles to hear. I think he struggles to listen. Sharing 2 sticks. It reminds me of a time I was sharing 2 sticks with a homeless guy. No way. Okay, 2 sticks of what, first of all? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Also, that's concerning. Why didn't that go through? Wait a minute. Why didn't that go through? Wait, now I need to know. What? Oh, come on. Oh, for whatever reason that didn't. Oh, is this like a nightmare or something that you were having? This sounds even worse than like anything else. Let me make sure that all this stuff is properly connected. Already added. Well, can you activate it then? Can you make sure that you're active? Oh my god. You're gonna scare the crap out of everybody. You're gonna traumatize everyone. What? What are you talking about? Don't worry about it. You had to be there. All right. Everything says that it's connected. I don't know why it's. I don't know. Excuse me. Anyways, Wazy Swazy. Let's see. Oh, totally unrelated. But really cool news. Oh, cute. Nice. Um, I yeah, it does. I can see it. Yeah, look in the chat box. It shows there. Um, oh, you might have to close TikTok and reopen it. I've been doing a bunch of house hunting over the last like couple weeks, and I finally got I just went to see the last two apartments that I had on my list, and I went to the first one, and on my way out I was like, I hope that this one or the next one is the home. Like, I hope that this is our next home. And I went to the first one, and it was gorgeous. It's like wonderfully sized in a beautiful part of like it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, except that it's right off of a main road. But it's so like it's right off of a main road and then tucked away in a corner, and it's so nice and it's quiet. It's weird. And then I went to the second tour, and like the last one of all of my tours, and I was like, dude, this one sucks. I mean, just in comparison, just driving into the parking lot, like it was like a roller coaster just in the parking lot, and there were like speed bumps that like you could barely get over without scraping some part of your car, And I was like, dude, this place sucks. And then I toured the apartment, and it was like half the size, and I'm like, yo, I'm so glad that I started the day with the home. So I'm super stoked about that. But the reason that that's actually kind of relevant, not to our previous conversation, I guess, but overall, is that all of this around me is gonna change, kind of like the layout behind me is gonna change, and also my location is gonna change, and blah blah blah. And I'll try not to miss streams. If I do, for everybody watching right now, um, I guess I'm just gonna call you Zelda now, or should I call you Crying Forest? Anyways, for everybody watching, that's been watching me, um, if you don't watch me on Twitch, then you might want to consider finding me and following me there, because at the very least, what I'm gonna do is when I am, um, what in the world? Yeah, that's definitely not happening. Um, when I am moving, I will probably mobile stream from my phone, because I won't be able to do a whole lot of other stuff, because I'm gonna have everything being kind of like taken out and moved and whatever. So, just as a heads up. Um, Zelda has a riddle for us. Kakariko Village's specialty fruit. Um, Oh, you're asking. Oh, that's the top of the Deku tree. It's the pumpkin, the fortified pumpkin. For today's stream, we're gonna be playing Angry Birds. Definitely not doing that. I don't know anything about Three Doors Down, but RIP for anybody that does listen to them. That is sad. We hate when cool, great, talented people die. Non-talented people dying is also sad, but we just know about them less. Um. Anyway, so we're gonna get into what we're doing. Actually, no, give me a second before I actually start anything, because Geico just texted me telling me that they're gonna bill me for like almost $300 for insurance, and I promise you that's not happening, because no way are you absolutely not. Shinati Chan? What is that? Or what is that? I feel like that's supposed to say Shania Twain. Shinati Chan. Oh, then never mind. I'm completely wrong, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I need to make sure that I cancel this policy properly, because if they try to pull $300 out of my account, I'm going to hurt someone. I'm gonna show up there and be like, excuse me, knock that off. Oh my god. You guys ever get to the end of your sickness and then you go, man, I almost wish I was either full sick or not sick at all, because like the layover of being sick and not being sick, oh my god. I freaking hate that, man. Will be sad to see you leave. I was sad to see my bill. I think if you guys could, dude, I was trying to cancel my bill, and they asked like what what company I was going to after, and I was like, and it said optional. I was like, yeah, definitely not telling you that. And then it said, what is your policy difference? It was like 100 something. It was like $180 difference. Like, what do you need that information for? Are you gonna take that information and stop trying? Like, what is wrong with you people? You guys are literally on crack. Those guys are on crack, dude. Like, what is wrong with you? Your previous policy is inactive. We'll help you start a new policy. No. I don't want you to start a new policy. I just want to make sure you don't... Okay. I'm gonna keep this text as a I don't know, proof or whatever. So if they do charge me, I'm going to call them and I will start yelling at them. And hey, I may just do it, rage bait from your bills. Seriously, I may just do it on stream just to make them feel bad. Oh my god, you know how funny that would be if I got on stream and then I started yelling at them on the phone while I was on stream, and then I let them know, by the way, I'm sending as many people as I can from my live stream to flame you guys because you suck. Because you're liars and scammers. That would be insane. All right, so for those of you that don't know what we're doing today, other than just like casually kind of chilling, they like to shout your info out loud. Oh yeah. Oh. We're practicing some Switch 2 edition speedrun tactics. That's all. And then just, hanging out. And I'm going to have the music kind of playing. I'm going to turn the gameplay volume down because it's not necessarily important. Oh, actually, I can't do this part yet. Hold on. I've got to change the... Excuse the voice crack. I got to change the voice to French. Yeah. Oh, no, not the voice language. I need the voice language to be in Italian, right? But I need the written language in French. So we're actually going to quit the game real quick. Sultry shroom. Okay, well, shroom, means mushroom, right? I'm not just going to give you the answer. I'm actually intrigued to do this with you. But I want to do it in a way that, like, I'm not just going to give you the answer because I feel like that's cheating. Like, that's extra cheating. So obviously a shroom is a mushroom. So what warm mushroom can you think of? I think there's only one warm mushroom. I'll give you a hint. It's not Endura shroom. Endura is a short-formed word for endurance, and endurance means stamina. So, no. Okay. Let me make sure that my parametres is in... Okay. Italien. Italien. Yeah, sure, that's what it is. That's also stamina. You got this. Okay, that's where we're at. Oh, should we do this in master mode or regular mode? That's what I need. What should we do? Because I can do this in both, right? I could do this in... Alright, if I do it in master mode, it's going to be a little bit different. If I do it in regular mode, they're played almost... Oh, bonjour, Fortnite. Alright, let's do it in master mode then. Do it in expert mode. I'll ask you a question. Where you get warmth? During the summer, where do you get warm? How do you get warm? Minty, you're killing me. Really? In the summertime, you go to Gerudo? Interesting. I've never been there. You'll have to send me a formal invite. Oh my gosh. Oh, I do want to show you guys this actually really cool thing that I set up earlier. So here we'll do it like okay, I'll let you guys vote. We're either gonna do the speed run layout or the regular gameplay layout, which either is fine, but which one should I do? Mode expert. No, I know, but like for the layout of the stream though, should we do the speed run or should we do gameplay? Because this is my speed run layout, or we can just do the regular gameplay. Oh, you said regular gameplay. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I don't know how to read. All right, we'll do regular gameplay. Da, 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 da. All right. Let's yeah. Oh wait, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. No, hold on, because that's gonna confuse me. Sorry, hang on. Hang on. I'm a big old dummy. Sorry, hang on. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm embarrassing myself. All right. Also, just for the sake of it, in case my regular TikTok goons show up, we will.
Try it now.
You can find sun shrooms. Yeah, there you go. The desert, or you can find them in. Oh, don't do that. You can find them in. What the heck is it? I have no idea. There should be some on the plateau, actually. I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I actually don't remember. I've been playing this. I have collectively over like 3,000 hours in this game, and I have no idea. Oh, you know what? There's one right behind. If you go to the Hateno Tech Lab, there's one right behind the Tech Lab, like literally right outside the back door. So if you want to just teleport there, yeah, if you teleport to the Tech Lab in Hateno, and then you go right outside the door where Simon is, it's literally right outside the door, like it's outside the door and like right around the corner or whatever. Oh darn! Now what are we gonna do? Oh well, I tried. All right, so this is one of the parts that is. Did you guys see that? I totally have. I totally still have skew from one of my other playthroughs. Shaika.
Ti guiderà dopo il risveglio dal tuo lungo sonno.
Nice. Okay, that's a direction to go for sure. All right. That's funny. Oh my gosh. I just bought one. Buys one instead. That's hilarious. All right, I did try this. This is kind of more difficult. So we get this, and then we come up here, and then we look there, and then should be. I think it's like right here. Yep, nice. It actually wasn't bad. And then we do 3 whistle sprints, and then we go 1, 2, nice. And then we go to this dark spot and run out. Look at that, dude. Already, if I was timing this, yo, I'd be killing it right now. That's like the fastest I've ever gotten out of the shrine before, I think. All right, get their attention, and then we look down. And then we're gonna grab the shield. Hey, hey, boys. Hey, boys, leave me be. Nice. Okay, that's totally fine. I get you. All right, and then we're gonna jump down here. Nice. Wait, what are you sending to them? What, the live stream? Oh, well, thank you. I'm telling you, we gotta get the goons in here. Is it really a Silver Wolf stream if we're not... I almost said if we're not gooning. That's not right. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. Shaika? Tabletta Shaika. Shaika? Alright. Please don't hit me. Move, boy, move. If I did this in regular mode, I would have to get both these chests up here because one of them is fire arrows and the other is ice. But in master mode, we just get the ice arrows. So we can just grab these, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Actually, I'll show you after we don't need the arrows until after bombs. Hi, baby. Welcome in here. It's nice to actually see you in the stream. I haven't seen you in here in a little while. Alright. So, we're going to do this. And get skew on the pedestal here. Hopefully get in. Oh my gosh. I got in first try. That is insane. That's insane. I literally never do that. If I was I can't believe I'm not timing this. I honestly cannot believe I'm not timing this. I think this is the best I've ever done. I usually struggle so hard getting into there. That is insane to me. What in the world? Wild. Absolutely wild. Alright. I feel a sneeze coming on and I don't like it. Oh, he's got like 100 riddles. Oh, you said you're doing like 100 100% playthrough or something, huh? Alright, we have to actually kill this guy. Because in master mode we are not given any grace. I have to remember that I'm playing in master mode because otherwise I will die. You need more slots? Then why are you doing the riddle quest? You silly goose. Alright. No, quests don't give you slots. You have to get the... You mean for your, like, weapons and stuff? You gotta get Korok seeds and give them to Hestu. This old man, I swear. Listen to this old man just dying. Okay, hold on. I was gonna have the music on, but... Oh, that was the wrong answer. You're supposed to be 2, 1, 1, 2. Give me like 2 seconds to get through this text with the old man. With this homeless Santa. And then I'll show you. Cause but I can't show you on my map. I've got to show you on like an actual map, so I got to pull up a web page. All right, homeless Santa, calm down. Calm down there, bud. All right, if we go to let me see here. If I go to the Breath of the Wild object map, wait for this to pull up, and then I can go to here, and we can type in Hestu. Can I type in NPC underscore Hestu? Are you actually kidding me? No, hang on. I'm so... Hold... No, hang on, because the way that it's, the way that the object map works is that it's, the only way I can describe it is like coding. If you know anything about coding, then that's how they have everything labeled. But why is... I guess because Hestu doesn't have one specific location, So I'll go like this here. No, that's not, no. Here, hang on though. If I go to sources and I add source, screen capture, and then we do window, and then we do object map. Boom, there we go. Okay, so check this out. So this is where we're looking, right? So right here is these are the dueling peaks. I legit almost said these are the twin towers. So these are your twin towers. And then there is this shrine right here, and then there's the stable that's over here. So you go up this pathway, and then you go across Kakariko Bridge right here. Zelda, you're killing me. All right, Great Plateau. we're gonna do a walkthrough. Great Plateau, and then the dueling peaks, and then the dueling peaks are east of the Great Plateau. So this, starting right here where this path is, you go all the way here, and you go across this bridge. The plateau is in the center of the map. That's where you start the game. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then you go down this path. Here, I don't know if zooming out helps at all. Probably not. But yeah, so plateau, and then you follow the path. And then you have your dueling peaks right here. And then there is the water guides you, or whatever it is, or the water guides shrine. And there's a stable over here. And then you go up. Right here is Kakariko Bridge. So you go up the bridge. And then, you have like this area right here. This is Kakariko. So on your map, this should be Kakariko, right? Hestu is across the bridge and up this hill, and he's right underneath this tree. So on the map, if you have this area on your map, this is a tree. Hestu is underneath this tree. And he sends you on a quest to get his maracas for him, which is just this direction, and it's through this, it's like right underneath, this is a rock right here. You go under the rock, and then there's a Boko camp right here, and there's a chest. And you get the maracas from that chest after you kill those Bokos. And that's where you... The Legend of Hyrule. Hello, hello. And that's how you get, that's how you find Hestu, and that's how you find his maracas. And then once you're done with that, normally there's like 3 other locations that he goes to. However, that does not remain true for very long, especially if you already have the forest, the Korok forest, then he just goes straight to the forest. Anyways, so we can hide that now. And we can... Goodness me. I'm dying over here. You're welcome. Alright, back to what we're doing. And we're gonna go ahead and grab this here magnesis rock, and we're gonna take it with us across the plateau. I don't know about that. I'm pretty bad at this game. I know where some things are, and I know how to do some things. You're welcome, I think. I'm actually very not good at this game. I have, like I was saying earlier, I've got like 3,000 hours played into this game, but I am not that good at it. It's kind of like playing Fortnite, you know? I've played a good bit of Fortnite at some point, but that does not mean I'm good at it. Oh, I love this game. I mean, don't get me wrong. This game is fantastic. I'm just not very good at it. But I do things to pretend like I am, because it makes me feel better. Alright, speaking of feeling better, we're about to make this guy not feel good. And now he's dead. Arrows? Give me those. Thank you. Ow. Alright, hold on. Because this part, I'm going to need to, like, disconnect my... I've got to disconnect my cable so it's not... I'm not charging my controller, because... This part's going to be interesting. You have a whole... Hold on. Hold on. You essentially have a whole Starbucks menu as horses. Yeah. Milkshake, chocolate, and caramel. You spelled it like caramel, didn't you? That's diabolical. I can't. I actually can't. Oh, jeez. Oh, goodness me. Alright, come on. Whoa, my goodness, I honestly thought I was gonna die there. Are you kidding me? Okay. Not me being literally trash. Okay. This is... See, this is why I need to practice. Oh my gosh, because I do things like that, where I think I know what I'm doing. Oh my... Okay. We're just gonna try that again. Wow. Because I was doing so well with everything else, and then was immediately not doing very well. No, I've got to go back to here. I'm gonna do you a favor. There you go. That's how you spell that. Alright, let's try that again. Except not terribly. That was so bad. I don't know why I panicked so hard, too. Like, I was, like, doing something panicky or something, and I just kept locking on, and then I pressed the whistle button. I don't usually panic that hard. I told you guys, I've got 3,000 hours on this game, at least. Still terrible at it. You know what's even worse, too, is I got the really good RNG that this Boko up here drops a bundle of arrows. And that's like... I can only hope to be that lucky. Like, my RNG for these games, especially for this run, is utterly terrible. Please? Thank you. No, I don't care about that. Oh my gosh, I picked up the two things I didn't care about. If you ever see an NPC precariously standing next to a pathway, and it looks like they have nothing important to do or say, don't talk to him. It's probably a Yiga Clan guy in disguise. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is happening right now? Really? I'm literally not even doing anything either. Like, I'm not doing anything to trigger it to do that. It's just on its own doing that. Dude, why are you like this? I don't know why. I think the connection to my controller is actually bad or something. Alright. So then the other thing that you do while you're waiting for him to die is scanning amiibos. So we scan Toon Link and we scan Mifa. Hopefully. Come on. Come on. I have the amiibo cards and not the amiibo themselves. So, and then the goal is for 1 stamina fish and 4 mighty fish, or like damage boosting fish. And this is actually really bad because... Okay, I did not need that. Thanks. Okay, whatever. Yeah, because out of both of those, I only got... So this would be cause for a reset. Like, not having at least 3 is cause for a reset. And then on top of that, let's see, what do we have? Man, this is a 5-shot bow, too. That would have been such a good run. A 3-shot bow is a reset. 1 bundle of bomb arrows is a reset. Man, that sucks. Alright, well anyways, so we'll keep going. And then when we go through the run, and we come down here, and then one of the things we have to do so that we don't have the Guardian animation is shoot this Guardian to wake him up. That way we don't have to stop to watch him come to life. And then we get up here, we get up on the pedestal, get skew on the pedestal, and then we... Oops. Nice. Make the game freak out and get inside. Alright, and then we've got to do a wind bomb to get on top of this. So to clear our skew so that we're actually able to wind bomb, we're going to do a shield surf unequip. And then we'll get the rune. That's rough. That's rough. And then we're going to do a running square first wind bomb up here. There we go. And then we do a circle bomb. And we run this direction. And then we go right at the edge of this here to go... Oops. Oh my gosh, get off there. To hopefully... There we go. Get right across. And there we go. On the Switch 1, you can do a what the heck is it? I think it's called a gamer wind bomb you can do on the Switch 1, and you can get all the way to the end of the shrine in one wind bomb, but you don't have that capability on the Switch 2, or at least not nearly as easily. So we do 2 wind bombs to get to the end of the shrine. And then from here, this is actually one of my favorite things to do. This is kind of fun. So we're going to climb on top of this rock here, and then we're going to wind bomb off of the plateau like this, because it makes our game reset, kind of, and then we get a fail-safe respawn in front of the Shrine of Resurrection. Now, to be able to keep our daytime from from changing and activating the cutscene, we're going to run on the outside edge here, and we'll go up here. And up here, there is a Boko camp. So what we're going to do, and I have not practiced this in a while, so I'm going to save here. But I have not practiced this specific BTB in a while, so we're going to do what's called a bullet time bounce. We're going to whistle and get these guys' attention. We're going to come over here, and then we're going to freeze this Boko right here, like that. And then we're going to hopefully do this first try, maybe? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have enough distance. Oh, yeah, I will. Nice. Wow, I have not practiced that in a while. And then we'll do a fall damage cancel. That was actually pretty awesome. The fact that I did that first try is kind of cool. Alright, and then we'll do another setup here, where we get skew on the pedestal, get through the door. Nope. Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh. Bro, what? Link, you're gonna die if you don't get inside this door. Come on, fool. Link? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm just gonna let him die, because I'm not gonna have enough. I don't feel like healing. It's kind of dumb. Yep, there he goes. Sad boy. Oh, Link. Oh, Link, if only you just didn't die. Why? I'm gonna call him Caramel, because that's how you say that. What did your horsey do? Alright, we get skew on the pedestal. There we go. That's how you get inside there. That was so weird. The fact that didn't work any other time. Well, if your bond with him isn't maxed out, or his temperament is too high, then that'll happen. Alright, so we're going to do another Shield Surf unequip to clear our skew from the pedestal. Then we'll get Cryonis, which in the entirety of this run is completely pointless, just so you guys know. Like, there's really no reason. And then I think I'll take this run just to practice getting to the castle, because I want to show you guys kind of some of the other, like, speed run bits that we do. It's actually it's quite a bit different from the Switch 1 version. Alright, so we're going to do a square first wind bomb. Oops. A running square first wind bomb off this little slope here, if I can get it properly. Because square first wind bombs give us height, circle first wind bombs give us distance, so we can get up here pretty easily. Oh, then he probably has a really bad temperament. Or just I don't know. There's usually a reason. Alright. Then we're going to do our second BTB of the run. We're going to go out here, and I'm going to save just so I have this to reset to. We'll come down here, get our regular arrow out, and then we're going to shoot this like dark spot between like the split between the snow and the rocks. And then we get their attention, and then we're going to stand on this spot. We're going to freeze the Boko like this. And that might not be good. Nope, never mind. That was great. That was amazing. Wow. Yeah, we like that. Cool. And then we do a fall damage cancel. Yo, I'm liking these. Okay, and this should be... no, hold on. Let me get in. That was not very good, actually. Can I get in, please? No. I guess I cannot get in. That's rude. Alright, let's try that again. I think this is probably the hardest part for me, is... One of the hardest parts for me is literally just getting in these doors. Really? That was lame. Okay. I like that sound. Usually that, like, smacking sound means that we got a pretty good skew. That might not be very good. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything with that, actually. Oh, maybe? No, that's actually kind of bad. Hold on, let's reset. We'll get on here. Usually Magnesis I have the most trouble with. The fact that I'm struggling with Stasis is mad. That is mad. Alright. This one, we actually are going to need to clear our skew completely, so the last couple times that I've just kind of done a Shield Surf unequip, that's to do a, like, small, like, clearing of your, like, skew ragdoll when you, like, Shield Surf on a slanted surface. But this next wind bomb that we have to do, we actually have to clear completely. Because otherwise it will not work. So we're going to do it. Hold on. We'll go over here. And that's how we clear it. Is landing on our shield and then unequipping it right in the middle of it. And then we're going to do a circle first wind bomb. And this should... this is one of the ones that I've been struggling with the most. This one's been really difficult for me. What in the world? There we go. There we go. Nice. Get up, get up, get... Oh, come on. That's not even fair. I literally landed, like, at the top of the stairs and then fell. Like, come on, Link, really? I think the reason that I struggle with this one the most, though, is... Hey, Sarah, welcome in. I have not seen you in a while. The reason that I struggle with this one the most, I think, is because I get the timing of the second bomb wrong. When you do switch to wind bombs, you have to detonate the square, like your second bomb, immediately. Or switch immediately. So, like, here, watch. Like, this is how we have to do it. So we've got to place, and then as soon as we place the square bomb, we have to actually switch back and blow up the circle bomb immediately. So we have to do it like this. So, like, before it's even fully rendered in, you see how it's, like, kind of foggy or whatever? It's, like, not totally loaded in. Okay, well, I was talking through it, but that's the basic idea. Still terrible at it. I've been really sick, that's how I've been. I've been very not feeling great. But I'm okay. I'm getting through it. Can we... Alright. Let's try that again. Oh my goodness. This one's probably the most frustrating, I think. Thank you for the heart me, by the way. It is nice to see you again. What the heck is that? What's a stress test? I don't like stress at all. If anything stresses me, I don't want it. Oh my gosh. I think I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing it too early, or am I doing it too late, maybe? Oh. Okay, yeah. Let me try to do it just a little bit earlier then. And how did it go? What did they determine? Is it mostly functioning? I mean, you're still alive, so you're at least somewhat functioning properly. Ooh, okay. That was a little bit too early. Man, the timing is crazy on this. I hate the timing on this. It's terrible. Erison, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I love hearing those jingle bells, man. It is so cool. It's so much fun. The new followers make my heart all happy. Slightly radioactive for 2 days. Yeah, alright, Spider-Man. Jesus. Oh, man, it's... There's like... I don't know. I don't know where they're at. I don't know. Our regular gooners aren't here. It's weird. Actually, it's not that weird. It is a... Whatever day it is. What day is it? Saturday. That's what day it is. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Oh. I think that was really good timing. That was terrible positioning. I can't be on that line. You guys see like the line that I'm like this center line that I was stepping on? I need to be on the left side of it. The officer said, "Nice. Now all I need is a spider." Oh my god. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh, that placement is not good. Let's see how it goes. I guess that placement is okay. Would have been really good, actually. So maybe it's that I need to place it. I don't know. I have no idea. This is one of the ones that I've really got to like practice though. It's this, and then there's a couple of other things I need to practice just getting off the plateau, I think. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm blowing it up fast enough. I think it's like there is like a micro frame. And There's like a micro frame where this actually works. Oh, come on. Brother, can we... Thank you. A guardian with a master sword and the rest of my shock arrows. I mean, that's good, right? I think. Oh my gosh. It's so... I thought I had it, man. I thought I really had it. That was weird. That was super weird. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, let me turn the music back on. We can have some music while I'm struggling to be halfway decent at this game again. And that way, at least, if you have me playing in the background, then there we go. That's what I needed. I needed my lo-fi. That's what I needed. Alright, I'm gonna reload because I know I just did it, but I want to make sure that I gotta make sure I'm actually, like, getting it. Because if I'm not getting it, then it's pointless. See, that's the way to do it. Huh? What do you mean? Okay. I kind of have the positioning. I kind of have the positioning. Who the heck is that? Hold on. Hold on. Now we need a... Hold on. Now we've got to... Now we're going to do this. Because who the heck are we talking about? Let's see. This is who we're talking about. Apparently. You know what he looks like? Oh my gosh. Wait. Let me turn that back on. Do you guys know what he looks like? Alpha from Power Rangers. You know what he looks like? Wait. Why is... Oh my gosh. Yo. Like, tell me these are not, like, the exact same character. Candy Cadet, Alpha. Come on. Come on. That's so great. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Hey, welcome back, Minty. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. You know what I should do is wait for him to do that. There we go. That was so good. Candy Cadet is wild. Alright. Is that better to do it like that? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's reload. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. Because if waiting halfway through, I don't know. I've got to figure out how to make this work for me, because there's a couple of things that when, like, the person I learned this from did it a slightly different way than I'm able to do it, and I don't really understand why. Okay, let me do it one more time. If I can do it 3 times in a row, then that's how I'm going to do it from now on. because otherwise that's like there's no way that that's a luck thing. I'm not that good. Dang, Link with the splits. Hold up. Oh, I put that bomb on the ground. That bomb was basically on the ground. That was my own fault. That was a user error for sure. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's how we're gonna do it from now on. Where am I? I'm in stasis, so I need regular arrows, and I want this. And then I need stasis. Okay, cool. Nice. Hey, we are 3 followers away from 50 followers on Twitch. That's pretty awesome. That's actually pretty exciting. Also, Arison, I think that's how you say your name. I don't know why my overlay is not working properly, but your name should be there on new followers. I don't know why it's not. I'm very sad because there's been I've had a handful of new followers that have not shown up on my overlay, and it makes me a little sad. But I still appreciate you following me. I'm glad that you're here. The game is in French because it is. It's in. Actually, if I had the volume up, you could hear it's actually in Italian voice language and French text. Because French text is the fastest text out of all the different versions. That's how you do speed running. Ow. All right. So this is how we do this. I'm going to charge this up to max. And then we're going to do that. Okay. I was moving. Interesting. I didn't save coming out here because I thought it would auto-save because usually it auto-saves when you come out. So I guess we'll do this again. And then I will just make sure that I save when I get out. Thank you, Master Mode. Oh my gosh. Back to this garbage again. Back to doing all this goofy stuff. Alright. That was close. Wow. Alright, there we go. Hopefully. What are you talking about? Do you have the Switch too? Then if you already have the Switch 2 and you have Breath of the Wild, it'll just transfer everything over. It just upgrades the yeah, it just upgrades the quality. It doesn't delete any save files. No, it keeps all the metadata. All the metadata. Alright, now I've got to save while I'm out here. Because otherwise, I have to do all that again. Alright, so we charge this up to max. And then we climb up here. And this will take us over to the Temple of Time. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen, but I'll take it because I don't want to reset. But we've got to eat these. And then I'm going to save right here. And then we're going to do the last wind bomb of the plateau is up here. So we get up on this rock. And we aim up here like this. And then we have to do like instantaneous bomb switch wind bomb button presses. And then we get in. Also, I think that's the first time in a long time that I've done that first try, because getting that first try is really hard. And I'll tell you what, when I was practicing this, when I first learned that wind bomb and I was practicing this, it took me over an hour at least to get just that wind bomb. Like, not any of the rest of this run, literally over an hour just to get that wind bomb down, because the the micro frame where that wind bomb works is even smaller than anything else. It is almost impossible. What do you mean you have to buy it? If you already have the physical copy, then you just put it into your Switch 2. If you have the Switch 2 and you have the physical copy of the game, or even the digital copy, all you have to do is just transfer it over to your Switch 2. And then it upgrades on its own. Alright, so now what we do is I'm going to save here. Ooh. Alright, and then we shoot. And then we wait. I don't think this is going to work, actually. This might not be the... No, that was terrible. Let's go back. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. There is like a $10 upgrade or whatever. Oh, okay, we're just gonna... Sorry. Listen, I'm a 26, almost 27-year-old adult with adult money, and I am able to spend $10 on stuff that I need or want. So I don't think about that. That's a microtransaction to me. Let's see if we can get this. No, that was terrible. This is another one of those. This BTB is really difficult. So we shoot here, get his attention. He goes over there, and then we shoot right there. That might be okay. That might be okay. That actually might be pretty good. Except I'm flying the wrong direction. Amen, baby. What's up? It is nice to see you in here. Yeah, that was okay. I gotta do another one, though. That was actually pretty... Like, yeah, because I'm slowing down too much. I was at a really bad angle, but I'm going to try it again. My band teacher is 50, turning 50. Listen, that's not what that's not why I opened that conversation. I'm just saying, if I need to spend $10 on an upgrade, I will. That's so funny. My dad's 40. Okay. My dad is basically a dinosaur. Oh shoot. Okay, that angle is not great, but well, I don't usually stream on the weekend. I'm just kind of hanging out and practicing some of the Switch 2 speedrun route things that I'm not exactly the best at. So you could get some why don't you try have you taken pain, like regular pain medication? Whoa, I don't need to do that. Because that could help. Unless you've already tried that, then that probably wouldn't help very much at all. That's terrible. Before you do that, at the very least, eat like a piece of bread or like get a snack or something. Because things like ibuprofen, Tylenol, things like that, they work best on having something in your stomach. Otherwise, it's basically pointless. Oh gosh. All right. Well, anyways, I'm gonna reset and do the rest of the plateau again. That one's so hard to do. Zelda, that's like the saddest thing I think I've ever heard from anybody almost ever. Except for, well, okay, my dad didn't go to my wedding, but I also formally uninvited him to my wedding. So, like, because he is a major alcoholic, and I knew that he wouldn't be able to show up without being drunk, and I don't do that. So it kind of makes a really nice wedding turn sour really quickly. So ouais, trois. Ouais, trois. Ow. I can't wait till all this stuff is gone. I'm so tired of being sick, dude. A few months ago when her dad crashed it from alcohol. Oh, yeah, see? See? I'm telling you. I'm trying to break the generational curse of being a terrible drunk dad. You know? I actually have alcoholic tendencies, and I used to drink a lot, and it was not good. And I knew how to manage it. Like, I wasn't aggressive or angry, but I had to stop drinking because I was spending too much money and time worrying about when I was going to drink again. And it was not good for me or my kids. So, nice. Whoa. Whoa. That was so quick. That was so quick. Oh my gosh. Yo, I should be timing some of these things. I'm telling you. That was quick. I'm getting like better at those clip outs. Oh, come on. Oh no, get off of there. Oh, come on. There we go. You don't want to wake up next to an angry wife. That's not that difficult. She's angry all the time. Every time she wakes up, she's angry. You know how there's some people that are like morning people and not morning people? She's so not a morning person, it's almost criminal. Like, she... Interesting story. I once texted her about our kids while I was at work. She called me as soon as she woke up at like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So like middle of the day. Calls me right after she wakes up and just starts yelling at me. And I was like, first of all, we are no longer married. And I tried to like de-escalate a little bit with her, and she just kept yelling at me, so I hung up. And then she didn't talk to me the rest of the day. And I was like, wow, that's super out of character for her. I wonder if her boyfriend was like, maybe you should leave him alone. Of course I did. What are you talking about? You think I would stay with something like that? That's insane. I'm crazy. I'm not that crazy. It's kind of why I wear the wolf ears and, you know, have all of the Christmas stuff. Well, okay, she doesn't hate Christmas, but she's definitely not a Christmas person. My room would not look like this if we were still married. I wasn't actually, another fun fact about her, I wasn't allowed to decorate the house at all, at like anything. Like the Christmas stuff I wanted to have up, didn't want it. What else? There was oh, the Lego things that I've built. I have Lego stuff that I built that she didn't want to have up at all. Like literally like my little like hey chicken. It's weird. So anyways. Alright. Hopefully we can get in. That wasn't very good. Nice. I'll take it. Alright. Don't crouch to the pedestal there, buddy. It's gonna be okay. Alright. Force magnetic way. Magnetic way. Forced magnetic way. Magnetique. Or, I don't know, whatever it is. Yo, what did she post? Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. She was doing fire today. Is that Resident Evil? Guys. So glad that I left her. Because my girlfriend is so cool. Oh, please be nosy. Hello. The name of the stream is what? What's the name of the stream this weekend? What did I call it? I don't even remember. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like weekend stream, Q&A, whatever. Literally. Like, I'm not going to go into all, like, the tiny details, but please, ask me anything. While I'm busy dying. Actually, and I'm gonna, so when I get enough monster parts, sell them for Mon, get the dark set and the dark horse set. Yes. Yeah, that's because whenever I pull up the YouTube stream, it does that. Like, I have my YouTube stream on a separate tab, but if I click onto the YouTube stream, then it tries to catch up at the same time. It's not good. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Okay. So I didn't necessarily like lose or gain anything. I think, I don't know. when I got divorced, we separated actually, and I actually asked DHS not to like try to get child support from her because like she just, because I knew that she was like on drugs, not working, doing other stuff she shouldn't have been doing. And so I was like, "Hey, could we just like not worry about doing anything like that?" And DHS literally they were like, "No, that's literally what we're supposed to do and we're going to." And I went, "Oh, all right. I mean, whatever. And I was focused on trying to move me and my kids out of a house that we couldn't pay for anymore. Um, what I did do though is when I left the house, when I moved out of the house, they the landlord tried to ask me about like who was going to pay for the past due rent and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't live there anymore." That like and then I called the bank or whatever and I was like, "Hey, this debt doesn't belong to me. It actually belongs to my ex-wife." And so I had the entire debt of the house transferred to her. It was so funny. And the fact that it took like maybe a couple of weeks to a month for the entirety of that debt to just go straight to her. And but like I wasn't working. I hadn't been working for months and I'm not the one who, cheated and got messed up and did all the bad stuff. So I was like, here's some debt, because I didn't, I know you're not going to pay child support anyways, so here's the debt that you should pay. and But at the time I got, because of like safety and security reasons, um I got full custody of the kids, and then she eventually got sober, and once she got sober, um then she was, we actually had like a real calm sat down with the courthouse, like paperwork, all that crap, um, for all of that, for the child care and children's schedule and where they're gonna live and all that. And it's been a mess since all of that happened. I mean, like it is just, but she's just like her existence is a mess. So like it's just a consistent, like anyways. So I didn't gain or lose anything necessarily other than like losing the debt that I put on her. I didn't gain anything in like any kind of like financial way. Um I gained my freedom and my individuality back. I guess you can count that as gaining something. Because I literally like existed I existed for her. Like by the end of our marriage, that's what it was. I was like a slave to her. But like I didn't know what to do because like we have kids together. And I was like, I don't know, what should I do? Should I, it was wild. It was very difficult. It was a very difficult time for me, but now I'm here and I'm able to do all of this. And well, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's what, you know what? I almost wish that I haven't heard that so much, because you are not the first person to say that. Um, Jesus, excuse my throat. Uh, yeah, because a lot of people say that. A lot of people tell me that, you know, me being the abused one or the one that got cheated on or, all of that, I'm the first man that they've ever heard that happen to. And I'm like, I know, it's pretty wild. And then the follow up to that is always like, if I was you, I would have done this and I would have done that. And I can't believe you stayed so calm, cool, and collected. And I'm like, I know. Everybody tells me that too, but I'm just doing the best I can for myself and my kids. Like, I'm not out here trying to, get anything from anybody. Yeah, that's also true. Also, I'm gonna shamelessly plug this when I say this, but if anybody, for any extension of reason, wants to just chat about literally anything, almost anything, outside of the stream, like outside of my streams, I do have a Discord, like a Discord page for like, community connection outside of streams. So just if you ever have any inclination or whatever. And I think it should still be an active link. I hope. I don't know. But I realize I forget to mention that actually quite a lot. So let me let me put this into, what the heck is it? Hold on, I've got to pull up Nightbot again. I don't know how to use Nightbot. I don't know how to use any of my commands. Yes, I do. Okay, I can't use this. Can I connect? Connections. No connections. You don't have any connections. I wonder if I can... let's see. Nightbot, on YouTube? How the heck do you do that? They have a YouTube channel for it? Browser settings, Nightbot, no, wait. I don't know. Well, I'll put the link into, here. Into... Oh, you know what? That won't help. Hold on. Oh, wait, I can just pull up the invite link, actually. Silly goose. I'm a silly goose. Hold on. Where the heck is it? Right here. How do you... I don't know how to... Oh my gosh. I don't know how to do anything. Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze so bad. No, I don't want to copy the link. I don't want to do that either. How do you... Oh, more options? Settings? I might... Oh my gosh, I might almost have it. I might almost have it. This expires never. Okay, cool. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so the invite link, the invite code, I'll put this here like this, and then I'll also put it into TikTok afterwards. Discord invite code, just so that it's there. The heck is it? I really am a dad. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how technology works. There we go. And then I can copy. Paste? No. Do you mind? Interesting. That sneeze is like hurting me almost. There we go. Oh my gosh. Alright, hang on. My goodness. Alright. Listen, homeless Santa. I don't have time for all your questions and ridicules. Tableta chica. What did you just call me? You just call me a tablet? I don't think so. Alright. Oh, Mr. Lionel. You're about to get smacked on again. Look at these butterfly. Never mind. I done made one of them turn into dust. Then we have to not get shot here. Which sometimes is easier said than done. Because sometimes those guys see you, and then they shoot you, and it's really annoying. Ow. I don't think so. Don't you be blowing no horns like that. Thank you. That's like the only downside is like, if his drops don't drop the right way, then you end up collecting his horn or his tooth or whatever. And it's so frustrating. Especially if you're actually trying to like time your speed run, then it's like, do you mind? Ooh, okay, that could have been. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no, 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 no. That's not even fair. That's actually not even fair. Alright, well. We'll reset. That was silly. Your choice of artisan good? What is an artisan good? Is that like... That sounds like such a fancy way of saying something, actually. I have no idea what that means. But it sounds fancy. Um, but to properly answer your question, no. I don't. I'm not entirely opposed to it. But I do have I have pretty bad asthma, and I used to vape, but I had to stop because it was affecting my ability to like sleep at night. And then when I would get sick, I couldn't breathe because I was like having a difficult time laying in bed breathing just to sleep. do you do you consume grass? That's so funny. Hold on. Um Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, no, I don't really do a whole lot of anything, actually. Like, like I have, I don't know. Like, I guess it would depend on like what kind of, like what you would use it for. Like, I know that like some people like to drink when they're upset or they're, feeling this way or that way or whatever. If I'm ever like upset or feeling lonely or whatever, you're fine. Um, yeah, if I'm ever feeling anything like that, like I don't know, usually find a hobby, like find something to do. Um, I can't smoke um, because I have asthma and I don't like chew tobacco or like use anything like that. Um, but I also surround myself with like, what do you mean? You're going under? Are you okay? Are you falling are you falling asleep? Is that what you mean? Minty's just gonna take a nap. He's just gonna take a little siesta. I'm in pain, Dad. Help. Oh, son, come on over here. I'll give you a big old bear hug. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't drink alcohol. I usually just drink coffee and Dubby Energy. I'm not gonna do a whole plug right now. I'm really not in the mood. I thought it'd be funny though. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I was gonna reset this run, but I'm gonna do it in normal mode because there's like a slight I mean, I was gonna say there's like a slight change, but it's not really that slight because there's like, you know, the Lionel that's no longer there. It's not really slight. It's kind of like huge. Um, exactly. See? he says in front of the AA meeting. Okay, but what if I did that though? What if that's how I started like advertising? If I start doing in-person advertisements where I'm like, "Who needs alcohol when you can drink W Energy?" You get so many people there just like, "Who is this guy? Who invited this guy?" I know this is Alcoholics Anonymous, but you're clearly not an alcoholic. What are you doing here? To tell you guys all about the great things that come with W Energy. That's fair. If I was in that room, I probably would too. All right. So this upcoming stream week, I haven't made an entire like a full committed decision, I don't think, about how I want to do this next run, because it really is between like finishing this glitch so that I can play through the game with just a tree branch, but like it's such a complicated glitch and I really don't have the patience yet because I've been so sick, and I'm like, should I do that but like I really don't want to. But then the other option that I have is, what in the Link, excuse me, hold on, Link, what is wrong with you, brother? What in the French toast? Hey, friend. Do you mind, like, I don't know, getting through the wall, please? Thank you. Goodness gracious. That was so weird. Ooh, nice. One of the other ideas we have for a run is a specific armor run. What else was it? Oh yeah, melee. So that was one of the other runs that we can do is melee only, which would actually be quite difficult because that means that there's at least, oh wait, I think that means that there's at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, right? Because Ruta needs shock arrows, Rudanya needs bomb arrows, Meadow needs bomb arrows. That means we could literally only do one divine beast if I did melee only. Which means we would do one divine beast and then go to the castle. I don't know that that's very, I don't know. I don't know that that would be very good content. Like, maybe there's a way. I don't know. I haven't looked at everything yet. You know what we could do? Ooh, what if we did melee only, but I also had to complete all of the tests of strength shrines? That would be pretty cool. Ugh. You stopped me in my track. I'm not opposed to it. My girlfriend and I have actually talked about it a little bit. She has a kid and I have 2 of my own kids, and we've talked about having kid together, at least one, but I'm currently in a fixed state, so that would be marginally difficult. It would require the attempt at getting a reverse vasectomy, and they tell you when you go in to get it. Yeah, they tell you when you go in to get it. They have you like fill out paperwork that that says like, I understand that this should be treated like a permanent thing and I shouldn't expect to ever like, be done or whatever, or like be have this undone, I guess. And so but like at the time that I did it, I was kind of happily married. Uh-uh. No, actually, the only time, the only time in my entire marriage that my ex-wife was ever actually nice to me, like one of the only times she was ever actually nice to me, was after I got that surgery. She coddled me so hard, and I basically stayed in bed for like 2 or 3 days, and she took care of me. It was like the only time she ever took care of me, ever. Like literally, like we were married for almost 5 years, and she like never took care of me. So, I don't know. And like obviously like there are, stories of people who get vasectomies done and then they have kids somehow afterwards. Um just because of like random chance or whatever. And that's kind of like the most counting on it that I can do right now. But I don't know. Because I don't want to. I would feel so dumb going in there and being like, yeah, can we have this reversed? Because then they would just be like, you know that's not really like the point of these, and I'd be like, I know. Listen, I was dumb and 20 years old, and I thought I was happily married, and I was very much not. They'd be like, well, that sucks to be you, brother. I'm like, I know. Can we try? But then there's, the whole undoing it and then redoing it debacle. I don't want to undo it just so that I can hope that it works so that I can have one other kid. So one of the things that I've talked to her about is like, what if we just adopted a kid? Yeah, you know, it was I mean at the time it was something I really wanted to do, you know. Like I was ready when I was 18, I was ready to start a family. Like mentally and emotionally, I felt like I was ready to start a family. And I wouldn't like if I could go back and change it, I wouldn't. I would not go back and not have kids. I would not go back like I don't even know that I would go back and not get married. Even knowing what I know now, like a lot of who I am now comes from everything that I have grown from. I would not be who I am right now if I didn't go through all of that. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was not a great situation, um but I mean like, I when I turned 18, I knew, like I could feel like I was ready, and I worked my butt off for it. That was when I turned 18, that was when I first got into construction, and I worked harder than like anybody else. Like my boss was like, I've never seen anybody work and want so badly to be so productive and so responsible, and all of this stuff. And I was like, I have a family at home and I want to take care of them. So, Ooh, he almost got me. I didn't do that. I'm Did you guys just see what happened? Did you guys just see what happened? Did you see Link just go full, like, stretched spaghetti mode? That was weird. Yes, she has. At the same time, though, she has also, straight up told me that I'm a deadbeat. Because I'm not paying for her life and her lifestyle. Like, she has straight up called me a deadbeat dad because I don't pay child support, by the way, which is something that her and I mutually agreed to. Yeah, right? But I don't pay child support based on something that her and I both agreed to. And I was already paying almost $300 a month in a storage bill that was mostly full of her stuff. So, I talked her down from me paying child support because I was like, hey, I already pay almost $300 a month just to make sure that your stuff stays in a safe location. So maybe we could go with like no child support. And she was like, it took some budging for sure, but she was finally like, okay, yeah, we can adjust and do that instead. I was like, wow, thanks. Which, just as a reminder, I asked DHS to not go after her for child support, and she never paid anything. Let's just not forget that. And let's also not forget, all of the bad that she did to me. Like, it's wild, the behaviors that I've gotten. And everybody that I tell that to is like, how did she get away with that? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I have no idea. She's a different breed, that one. No, you're fine. That's the whole point. I'm not getting into like uber specifics that would, denote any amount of like legal issue. And I don't care. Like, I don't mind sharing something, a lot of things, cuz that's the whole point of me like streaming this weekend is like, hanging out and practicing this and having conversation. And if people want to know stuff, then ask. I don't care. If it makes me uncomfortable, I promise I'll tell you. Or I'll like, let you know that I'm not comfortable answering something. But no, I'm fine. Thank you though. Uh um Whoa. Funny, they actually didn't. And it's so complicated and there's so much to it. Um, so I had my kids living here with me, and before I had just this bed, I actually had, and I didn't have this desk, I didn't have any of this stuff. I had that bed and I had a bunk bed so that they had their own beds, but they didn't have their own room. And so they lived with me. And after she got sober, she was, sober for like 3 or 4 months or something. And some storyline happened, and I invited her to come and stay with me for a little bit while she got herself kind of like, I don't know, into a place where she can like get a job and sustain herself and whatever. And eventually it got to a point where how do I have no, oh, because I fought those Bocos, that's right. I was like, how do I have no hearts? Um, Eventually, she got to a point where she was back to like her old self without the the drugs or the drinking, where she was yelling at me all the time, she was screaming all the time, she was causing like noise complaints. It was not a good environment for anybody. And so she took the kids with her to go, I don't know, stay somewhere that her mom helped pay for and blah blah blah, a bunch of stupid stuff. And eventually her and I met in court, and she tried to convince a judge with like pictures and um, some made up story about how I'm this dangerous person and I'm so angry and violent. And she had these pictures of like bruises on her and whatever. And I was like, dude, you're not going to convince a judge of any of that crap, because it's exactly that. It's crap. None of it's real. And she had bruises from uh, she had pictures of bruises from like her old. She used to be a stripper. She actually still is. Um, but she had pictures of when she was dancing, and she had bruises on her legs from the pole. She just bruises really easily, anyways. She had bruises from something that she did to herself, where she was like stuffing clothing and whatever into a suitcase. And while I tried to stop her from like taking the kids away and, being drastic and dramatic and everything, um, she like got herself in a position where she got hurt, like almost intentionally, to get some kind of like proof that something happened or whatever. And so she got hurt because she was being irresponsible and dumb with her own body. And I was like, she was like trying to, spin all this stuff to the judge and blah, blah, blah. And I went, dude, I'm literally not a violent person at all. If you ask anybody that I know, anybody that she knows, anybody that I know, like, look at any amount of like my history as, a person, you won't see violence anywhere. There is no violence from me, but you will see multiple counts of different aggravation and assault and everything else from her on her public file. And they very well did. And so then she tried to ask for like, ah, geez. She tried to ask for a restraining order, and then said, but can we make the restraining order not so strict? And then she tried to explain what not so strict meant, and the judge was confused. So then he, takes his little like judge recess to go assess things with himself and all of his like court findings, comes back out and goes, yeah, basically said, you're full of crap. You don't know what you're talking about. You're asking for something that's literally impossible. You're asking for a restraining order that's less restraining, or whatever that means. And so they found that she was basically a liar and being overly dramatic for no reason at all. So they dropped all of the charges that she was trying to push onto me. And then I left that day laughing my entire backside off, because that's hilarious. So, but they did, she has them now because I have to work. And yeah, basically. But I had to agree to it. I mean, like, I had to agree to shared custody, because that was terrible. Um, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to work. And I'll tell you this right now, one of the biggest issues we had in our marriage was that I couldn't keep a job on a regular basis, because some part of her bad mental health caused me to change jobs once about every like 4 or 5 months. So while we were married for 4.5 years, I had like seven different jobs, and I couldn't keep any of them held because of her. So, that was okay, I guess. Maybe. That might not be very good. Oh, yeah, it was okay. Hey, nice. Um, but yeah, so just so she doesn't win even more by making me lose another job, I agreed to half custody, um, so that I could work and keep my job and also start streaming because I wouldn't be able to do this if I still had them full time or without the help of my mother, who is very awesome. She was super great. But yeah, it's wild. It's some wild stuff. It's like, dude, it's like a whole tea session. Like, it's like some, tell this to your bros at the bar kind of stuff, but like, I don't mind sharing the general pieces of it. It's fun. No, I'm currently dying. But yes, yeah. The amount of times that she's texted me or called me or whatever and tried to stress me out, and I have just kind of like hung up the phone and been like, "Yep, I'm not dealing with that today." You know, because it's not my business anymore. Or like she tries to tell me something that is super not important to me because she's not my person. I'm just like, this is where I should be right now. I shouldn't be dealing with you being this dramatic. That's your boyfriend's job. I will tell you, just because I can, because this is kind of fun. Oh wait, never mind. I'm not gonna share that actually. I was gonna share something, but I actually am not allowed to. All right, let's see if we can. That's terrible. No, because my girlfriend plays Fortnite, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Ooh, I missed really bad. Well, it's actually kind of funny that you say that. I wish I could, honestly. But in order for me to be able to work and keep streaming, um, I can't have them around that much. Like I only have them around on the weekend. I'm about to move, so I'll be closer to them, so I might be able to see them a little bit more. But wow, really? That's terrible. Um, but she has a grand plan in the next year to move her, the boys, and her boyfriend to um, Yakima, which, if you don't know, is in Seattle or in Jesus, in Washington. And I live in Oregon, and I didn't mean to kill him. Okay. Um, and I spent some time being really upset about it and being like, there's no way that that's happening. You're not doing that. I'm not going to. But at the same time, like, she's a princess. She always gets what she wants. There's only so much fighting I have in me with her. And it's not like they're going that far. It's only a handful of hours away from where I'm at. And, and I just got a promotion and a raise. And I just, recently reached affiliate on Twitch so that I can make money streaming with ads. And, so if I can keep this stuff going and I can keep this traction and I can keep this momentum, then making trips to see them, every like once a month or whatever won't be that bad. So, and I've kind of resolved to being okay with that, I think. Because a lot of because a lot of my life, with her was spent like finding a way to keep me and the kids together without her affecting it, but that can't really happen forever, because if I keep going at that rate, then I'm going to end up not having a job ever. I'm going to end up losing my job. I'm going to lose my ability to stream. I'm going to lose my ability to pay for my car and my phone, and I can't do that, you know. So if them moving a few hours away means that I can still stream, I can still work my job, I can still, make money that is continued and sustainable, then it's not the worst loss ever. And I kind of just have to come to terms with that a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can do this first try. Definitely not. That was way too far away. Way too far away. Jiminy Christmas. Jiminy Christmas. Zelda said that she would be right back. I think Ganon consumed her or something. Dude, what the heck? I just did this earlier. I was just doing this earlier. Calamity, what did you do with Zelda? What am I doing wrong? What is happening? God, that hurts. My freaking lungs hurt. Yeah, that was wild. I jumped. That was a crazy jump. Oh, not that. That's not what I want. I don't understand. I did this in master mode and it was fine. What changed? Now I'm confused. That's not very good. Yeah, I think it's my second placement and then the switchback explosion that I'm timing incorrectly. Oh, jeez. Fortnite term specific. I'm gonna take that wind bomb jump a little bit slower then. Alright, it just needs to be like a general, like right there. That's... Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Definitely not the goal. Yeah. So I think there's some part of it that I'm definitely missing. This song is really good though. It makes me feel like it's summertime. Like that little like guitar riff. Man, that's so chill. Love lo-fi, man. This stuff is so good. Let me turn it up a little bit. Hmm. What is the... Okay. Because I'm not running, so... And I was just doing this earlier. Hmm. Okay. So what is changing then? What is the... What is my deciding factor here? Okay, I think I'm... Okay. Because so far I think this has the most amount of resets. I think I'm resetting this more than... I've definitely reset this part specifically more than, like, anything else. Oh my gosh. You know what I think it is? If I drop it while it's too close to the ground, then I don't think it can reach me all the way. Like, that is in the air. Yeah, okay. You see how that... Okay, do you see how that makes a big difference? Hold on, we're gonna try that again. So, like, as long as I... Is there a reason that you're waiting? Like, is it just like a... Is it like a personal goal or something? Yeah, okay. You see how that... Yeah, that makes a huge difference. I'm gonna do that one more time, just to confirm my suspicion. I think it's literally just like, if I drop the bomb and I'm too close to the ground, then it won't work. If I drop the bomb while I'm in the air, then it does work. Also, to answer your question, no, that's not sad. That was I think I dropped that on the floor. Apple, what are you talking about? Oh, because it was Friday. I don't stream on Fridays. And I had my kids with me all night. You silly goose. Ooh, that was really bad. Yeah, that was really bad. That makes sense. Ugh. Do you have a way to get any before then? I don't think I've met a single person that doesn't smoke weed. Like, literally everybody that I know does. Except for the guy that I work with that used to do drugs all the time. Well, hopefully it doesn't make the rest of your night really bad. Because I get that can really suck, being in pain and everything. Like, that's awful. Nobody wants that. Come on, I had it, man. I had it. What am I missing here? There's... So what am I... Is it just because I'm... Okay, so I've got to, like... I guess the edge won't let me walk over it if I'm holding L. So I can kind of, like... That's not happening. I totally missed. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Because if I don't get, like, this down to, like, the tiniest detail, then there's gonna be times that I get it wrong. I need to make sure that I get it right. Well, hopefully it's not... Hopefully it's just the 4 days. Wait, do you not currently have an ID? Because most, like, state-issued IDs will say, like, under 18 until this year and under 21 until this year. Or, like, this date or whatever. Bro. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, though, right? Like, wouldn't the computer... I don't know. I mean, because I used to... I used to work at a grocery store that was like that, too. I feel like maybe the computer would be able to tell. I don't know. I just hate hearing that you're in pain. That sucks, and I want you to be able to not be in pain as soon as possible. Oh my gosh. Yeah, speaking of goons, we were waiting. Me and, well, Weeping Forest changed her name to Zelda. But we were talking about you and Saxton earlier. I did not put on my bombs. Oh, I'm like that too. I'm so like that. I get sick. When I get sick or I'm in pain, I literally cry and whine about it like I'm so incapable of doing anything. But I'll still continue on and be like the big strong, big strong boy that everybody knows that I can be. I just, don't want to be because I'm in pain or I'm sick. There's some people, Apple, that would pay me to do that. And I've considered it. Not that it matters to you because, you're literally a child. Oh, okay. Tell her I said hi. Or don't. I don't want to be weird. Be safe. What do you mean your dog wasn't acting right? Oh, that was terrible. That's cute. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I want to get this down so bad, man. Nice. This is the only part of this run that I've been struggling with, I think. This is literally it. As far as the plateau goes, anyways. This and the occasional door glitch that doesn't want to work. Nice. See, that's perfect. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time. Nice. So basically I need to, like, block up to the to the like edge of the I don't know, that wall. Oh, I really have to go potty. I gotta go pee. Um, um, there we go. Nice. See, we love stuff like that. Quick fixes. Where are you? And I say sorry. Where's your picket fence, love? Oh my gosh. Nice. That was pretty clean. That was pretty clean. Alright, and we can save here. And this should be so easy. I shouldn't say things like that. I shouldn't say things like that. Okay, that actually wasn't even bad though. let's be so real. That actually wasn't that bad. But I need to do that instead. That's not bad either. I need to make sure that I like jump off, but they have to be like, it has to be like drop, drop, explode. Like that. Quite literally like that. All right. Ben from Descendants. That harmony is so good. The harmony is so good. Music is so cool. Guys, music is so cool. Man. Alright, so we're gonna try this. I'm gonna try this as an actual run. However, I am gonna do it. Okay, both of these are useless, so. Alright. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure that that's actually working. so bad. I should have waited a little bit longer. Oh, come on. Nice. Oh, come on, really? Taking damage was not part of this. Come. Alright. This audio track reminds me of Wind Waker so bad. Like specifically Prince Kamalian on Dragon Roost. It's so good. Alright, I need both of these since I'm doing this in normal mode. Come on. No! Really need to do that. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh no, it's not a good time to be sneezing, man. Oh, come on. I've been doing first timers all night. There we go. actually don't think I need to stop for those. Like, I think I actually end up getting more than I need. Okay. We're okay so far. We're okay so far. Alright, that's fine. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Because as soon as I'm actually trying to, like, time the run, it doesn't work. That is absurd. There we go. I've been getting first tries all night. And now when I'm actually trying, it's like, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to save and reload on this one. Because I missed that one other shot. If I wouldn't have missed that other shot, then I wouldn't have had to reload. Yeah, I know I missed that one. That was almost perfect too. Oh my gosh. There's no way, dude. There's literally no way. Jeez. A half heart is crazy because I'm literally not even going to be able to do this run. I'm going to have to literally, like... There's literally no way that just happened. Are you serious? Come on. Really? Oh my goodness gracious. It's always when I'm trying to. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, come on. After, what, 2 deaths and multiple reloads. We'll do another one after this, though. Oh, there's no way. Wow. Not me accidentally hitting the whistle button. That's actually wild. If I got all of these first try like I've been doing all night, I would already have the paraglider. Nope. Yeah, I knew that was way too high. I was way too high. I killed him. 18 minutes to stasis is criminal. There we go. I'm gonna die. Yep. You know what? It's okay, because this just means that I'll have... I'll have nothing but gold times next run. Dude. Welcome back. How was the drive? There we go. Goodness. I've been having like nothing but fails on this entire like run. Dude, I hate when they do that. That's so annoying. Some of those guys are awful. Well, I'm glad you guys made it back safely. Nice. Oh my god. That just makes it so much worse. I hate when I pass one that's going the same direction as me. Or that's going the opposite direction of me, and then you watch him turn around and you're like, well, alright. I'm gonna get arrested. Here it comes. Every time I see them do a complete U-turn, my immediate reaction is, well, I may as well drive off the road, because they're gonna kill me anyways. And I'm just like... Oh, nice. That was so close. One time I was roasted driving. I stumbled. Random sobriety stop. We get out and do a test because he smelled weed. Yeah, because you never really know if they're cool or not until... until they start talking, you know, or like maybe you see them and they're like a younger guy, or it's some older stoner cop and you're like, oh, thank goodness. Dude, I'm literally jumping forward and it's... every possible way that I could mess this up, I've messed it up, I swear. You know, I considered that once. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Just let me get my paraglider. A 25-minute paraglider run is insane. Also, I'm not... yeah. Thank you? Question mark? I mean, yeah, you know what? Actually, I think you're right, yeah. I think you're right. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this off for a minute. I'm going to turn this up. And we're going to rerun this. But I need to change the way that this is laid out so I can actually have a proper splitter situation. This one? Nothing beats being a 12-year-old, 5'11" boy sleeping on the floor because you're too tired to make your bed because you just got back from a pet urgent care. Oh my gosh. There's no way you're 5'11". We'll see about that. Let me see if I can get rid of segments. Yes. Can we get rid of this one? Yeah, and then we get rid of that one. Being 5'11" at 12 years old is insane. Negative 20 pounds. Oh my god. Alright. We're going to go to live split, properties, go to default, and then we're going to wait for this to load because it needs to load. There we go. Open this. Alright. Dang, everybody got a birthday this year. Alright. Yeah, that's what your mom said too. I'm just kidding. That's terrible. Alright. Oh, I'm actually quite big. I don't know if I believe either of those things. But you know what? That's okay. The tallest, biggest boy. I knew a kid that was very small and very large. Like very short. He was short and big when I was in school. Alright, here we go.
Quella è una tavoletta sceicca. Ti guiderà dopo il risveglio dal tuo lungo...
That was close. I almost ran out of stamina. Nice. Nice. Oh, why'd you stop running? You doofus. I wish you could do what? Swim laps or speed run? Oh. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Link. Dirigiti al luogo segnato sulla mappa della tua tavoletta sceicca.
What about a twat and the Sheikah slate? What? Elle twat? Elle trois? Elle twat à la tablette Sheikah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that sounds like there's a couple of different things going on. Losing weight at the same time that you're like, you know, exercising and not eating is definitely not healthy either. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I don't think that's it. I was wrong. You want to hear something else crazy? When I was going through my separation and my ex was in her like mega addiction stage. I got beaten by one of her boyfriends at the time, and I wasn't able to eat because chewing hurt my face. And so I was just drinking alcohol, and I lost so much weight because all I was doing was drinking. Like, I would wake up in the morning and I would take care of my kids, and I would not eat all day long, and I'd have, like, water or juice or something. And then when they went to bed, I would just drink. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gulp, gulp. Holy echo.
Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, yeah. Hang on. Yeah, the guy was a lot bigger and a lot stronger than me, and I'm not a fighter, so... I did call the police, though, and both of them were asked to leave, but, like, for whatever reason, there was no charges, and I had, like, no, like, they wouldn't allow me to, and I was like, well, that's stupid, that doesn't even make any sense. Because the cop was like, well, since she invited him into the house, it's not like he was trespassing. And I was like, yes, do you see my face? He just beat the absolute living crap out of me. And he was like, well, we can't do anything about that. I don't remember why. And there was some other, like, things going on. But they basically accused me of inciting violence and, like, being the reason that something happened. And I was like, are you kidding me? They were like, so we asked them to leave, but that's all, that's the like, the absolute most we can do. And I was like, great. You've got to be kidding me. I have nothing to eat, which means I have to do this the other way. That's so annoying. Dude, are you serious? Bro, I'm getting scammed right now. It's like one thing after another with this thing. Dude, come on. Are you serious? It's not. It's actually not that hard to beat. Like, just doing the plateau should not be this difficult. But I'm getting really, really bad, like... I finished just the plateau in under 22. I finished it in, like, just over 20, I think. But that was on an old route on the Switch 1. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Sure. You know what? Sure. Good lord. I'm not gonna reset. I'll just get to the end and get the paraglider and then reset. But, like, are we serious right now? That's actually diabolical. That is actually, like, near criminal. Nice. What? Dude. That is ridiculous. Come on. What do you mean they heard? What are you talking about? There's no way they
Sigma
heard me.
Digma in my Ligma.
There's no way they heard me this far away. That's literally not even how this works. I'm getting screwed so hard right now. Are you serious? Yeah, now I've got to... Because it took 5 arrows. If it takes 4 arrows, if you can get it in 4 or less arrows, then that last Boko doesn't go and grab a weapon. And then he just sits right there, like nothing happened. I'm getting screwed right now. Oh my gosh, that's so far away. Oh my god. Are we really serious about this? Dude. Oh
Diddy
my
is diddling Epstein.
God. Watch, I'm gonna die. How did I get such good, like, every piece of this run I had down to, like, the perfect science? Oh my god. And I was casually doing it all night long. Really? That's so rude. That's actually so rude. I'm like, okay. I know I said I wasn't gonna reset, but I'm gonna reset, because that was... I think I need to actually, like, sit up. I can't sit back and relax while I do this, apparently. Yeah, I know. I know I said I wouldn't, but I'm a liar. I can't help it. Yeah, the world record is crazy. I'm also not doing it in master mode, which I should be doing. Because technically the Switch 2 version should be done in master mode.
Quella è una tavoletta sceicca. Ti guiderà dopo il risveglio dal tuo
I am a nudicus dudicus.
Are you serious? Come on. Jeez. Oh my... It's like all the little tiny things, man. It's the little tiny things that, like, keep messing me up that I've been doing fine all night. Oh, stop doing that.
I know what you do to pics of Link.
Yeah, I show them to Grok
Link,
and tell Grok to do
dirigiti al
really
luogo
cool stuff with it.
segnato sulla mappa della tua tavoletta sceicca.
Alright, I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Thank you for being here.
You save them 'cause they cool.
Have a good night, Minty. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can actually do this thing, because if I don't have to stop for the axe, then that might be good. What the heck? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. You're driving me nuts today. You're driving me nuts. Oh, what time is it? Yeah, it's almost 9. I need to get the heck out of here anyways. I have some resting to do, honestly. I'm still feeling kind of sick, so I need to go to bed soon. Oh, I'm gonna hang out for a few minutes. Gosh. Mhm.